They say I might as well face the truth, but I am just too long in the tooth. So I'm an OAP and mean, but I'm not yet quite come to see. I may be over the hill now that I have retired, fading away, but I'm not yet expired. Whacked out, run down, too old to save, 1 foot in the grave.
Who do you reckon did it then?
His nephew, Basil.
Why?
Because when they found the old man's body in the herb garden, that's what he was clutching in his hand, a piece of basil.
Ah.
Come inside.
Lucky he wasn't killed by his Uncle Dick.
Yes. Oh, it's the same, isn't it? As soon as you start mixing the whiskey and Smarties, the lethal combination with you reduces your whole conversation to the level of a lavatory brush.
Find me quiet now, please. Poirot's about to unmask the murderer. He's got all the suspects lined up in the lounge bar. Look, where all will be revealed. No, hang on. No, he's not going to tell us yet. He's decided to have a drink first.
I'm drinking a pint of lager.
I don't know.
That's not often you see Poirot sweep back a tankard of beer like that.
No. You know why? This bloody jockey Wilson we're watching the dance now. How did that happen? I was wondering why they were all wearing their shirts outside their trousers.
Typical. That's with the news overrunning again last night. It switched itself off before the end. I just wish they'd come and do something about this video head. I can hardly see a thing on the screen for Snow. Everything with a cord on it looks like Dr. Zhivago.
I've got a spot coming up in my nose now.
I'm not surprised with all the Smarties. I don't know why you don't just glue them to your face and be done with them. And do we have to have this thing sitting here all night wearing out the chair covers? It gives me the creeps. I keep expecting him to get up at any minute and walk across the floor. Like in that film. For goodness sake, put it somewhere out of the way.
You leave him alone. He's not doing anyone any harm. You wouldn't like to be cooped up all night in a Waitrose bag?
I don't know why you bought it in the first place. I thought we were finished with all this tomfoolery when we got married. You weren't very good at it then.
No. At least it whiles away the daylight hours. I thought about auditioning for Opportunity Knocks.
You go on that, and I really will leave the country. And anyway, it's finished. Oh, my God, look! His back's burst open again. There's blood everywhere. Get him out of the front room. Put him in the downstairs loo or somewhere.
I'll cover his head with a toilet roll cozy. Crap. 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 Gas spill. Crap. Margaret, I'm up. Where are the aspirins? Margaret!
Oh, you up? The aspirins are on the table next to the Alka-Seltzer.
Where have you been?
Down the community centre. They found an unexploded bomb in Mr. Lacey's back garden yesterday. You know, from World War II. So the whole street had to be evacuated to be on the safe side. But to bring the milk in.
Unexploded? When was this?
About 2:30, the policeman came round. I asked you 3 times if you were going to get up, and all I got was tell them to send for the A-team, and then you shoved the pillow over your head and went back to sleep.
What if it had gone off?
Couldn't be any worse than your snoring. It's a relief to get away from it for a few hours. It's like sleeping with a troop of howler monkeys. But anyway, they never do go off, do they? It's just a precaution. Is that a beetle down there?
Yeah.
Down there by the door. It's a bug of some sort or another. Oh, that'll be the video man. He's early.
sir. Another lovely one, isn't it? Makes you wonder what's happening to the old climate these days, eh?
What are you, a door-to-door meteorologist? I got a splitting headache, sir.
Yeah, what with Christmas just around the corner, I've got something here, and I know you'll agree will make the ideal gift for your grandchildren.
How do you know I've got grandchildren? I might be completely sterile.
What they are is bendy dinosaurs. Now, the kids go ape over them. I got two myself, and they never put them down. This is your Brontosaurus, and this is your Triceratops, I think that one's called. £25 each. Now, we do a much bigger size at 50, and as I say, totally indestructible. You can bend that neck every which way. It won't snap. Go on, you try that.
I won't if you don't mind. Once I start snapping necks, I find it very hard to stop. So, that's all you get these days. Everywhere you look. Jump. What's this? Another invitation to buy a hand-chewed guide to the Aztec civilization.
I better get dressed. Now, you know I've got to take the car all this week because Meg drove the delivery van into a wall. And I may be a bit late coming through. Did you just... Nothing.
Morning, Mr. Meldrew. How are you today? Fine, thank you.
I put some jam on your doorstep. Hope that was all right.
Sorry?
Oh, grape and peach, courtesy of Mother. He says, thank you very much indeed.
How is she?
Oh, she's not bad, not bad. Still has her rather odd ideas. She's decided this morning she wants to be buried in the back garden.
It's a bit drastic, isn't it?
Oh, no, I mean eventually. It's a rather amusing misunderstanding, isn't it? No, I'm just out here resetting the dahlias, yes. Actually, I'm glad I've seen you. The thing is, we're putting on a bit of a benefit concert at the Kingsway Hall, raise funds for the elderly. And Mrs. Meldrew was telling me that you've just started getting back into the old ventriloquism act.
Oh, well, yes, I used to do it years and years ago, but it wouldn't be up to performing standards. Not now. Well, I suppose, of course, how long would you want me to do?
I know. Left your torch. Left it on the windowsill in the kitchen. There you are then. I'll expect you 10 o'clock Friday. Get these sorted out. I won't be afraid anymore, will I?
You think the flower basket I've got at delivery?
Oh, I beg your pardon. I thought you were the security man come back.
No. Is this 62 or 62A?
62, yes. Ooh, carnations. Chrysanths. And freesias. Oh, she knows I love freesias. I knew she wouldn't forget. Not on my 70th. It's my niece Ruthie. She hasn't got lots of time to write or pop round these days, but... oh, and there's some roses in there as well, bless her.
I think I've come to the wrong... Let me put them in some water for you.
Oh, I say, that is sweet of you.
Oh, that's...
Oh, and a stool. Just a sec. I'll put the light on. There. That's better.
It doesn't seem to have... it doesn't seem to be working.
Oh, it's that fuse. It's gone again. I've got some wire in here somewhere.
It's chilly in here as well, isn't it?
There's a fan heater in the fireplace.
Oh, I see. That's better, isn't it? Is your kitchen in here?
I was just drying my hair.
Let's see. That's it. Fire lamp. You all right out there in the dark?
Yeah. Fine, thank you. Hello.
Hi there.
How you doing?
Oh, good gracious. This is a surprise. It's,
Patrick and Pippa. Here we are then. I'll just put them down on the on the desk.
Is it on?
Yes, well done. Oh look, I've knocked over all your dominoes. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, don't worry. I'll pick him up later. There's something you can do for me.
Yes.
Read a letter for me from my son, Mike. Lives in Australia. It only arrived this morning. Where'd I put it? Ah, there it is. I've got a grandson out there and 2 great-grandchildren. Yes, Danny and little Tracy. I must start thinking of what I'm going to get them for Christmas. Always try to get a little something off.
All right. Well, let's see what he's got to say then.
It's ages since he wrote. I expect it's full of news.
I expect it is.
Oh, I know. His writing is terrible, isn't it? But, well, do the best you can, eh?
Yes. Dear Dad, just a few lines to let you know that we all miss you and that we're all thinking of you, even though we're so far apart. The weather here is wonderful, and we just wish that you were here to share it with us.
So, there we are. I'm sorry to miss off the ending, but Margaret's pretty sure it was Basil.
I would have said it was Basil. I think that's what that leaf was in his hand. I think it was a clue left by the victim to let them know who'd murdered him.
It's a bit tentative, isn't it? I mean, what if he missed and picked a bit of parsley instead? Or hanged an innocent man?
Who?
I mean, would he be much better off slithering his way up to the conservatory, which is a good 10 yards closer, and writing the name down on a piece of paper?
Yes, but you don't think of things like that when you've just been shot in the stomach, do you?
Oh, well, that'll be Margaret now.
Sorry I'm late. I was talking to a poor old man. We're all a bit tragic, really. Oh, hello?
Look who suddenly turned up. Patrick and Pippa.
Margaret.
How are you?
Fine. How are you both?
Oh, not so bad. Exhausted, mainly. We're just telling Victor it took 12 hours to get here from Bath. M4 was choked solid.
How are you settling in now? All right? Oh, fine. Still, things are coming round by degrees. I won't be a sec.
Oh, what?
But who the hell are they?
I haven't the faintest idea.
You must have some idea. You let them in, didn't you?
I've never clapped eyes on them. They suddenly turned up on the doorstep with 3 suitcases. I listened to them yapping on for 2 hours about cones and contraflows, then I lost the will to live and put on a video. I thought you'd know who they were when you got back.
Patrick and Pippa. Doesn't mean a thing. There must be relations.
No. I sneaked out after half an hour, went through all the photograph albums, the address books. The closest I got was Patsy and Peter, and they're both dead. In any case, they were your sister's goldfish. It's too ridiculous for words. I'm going to come straight out with it and ask them.
Look, nothing of the sort. in case both look like a couple of half-wits. No, it'll come to us in a minute. It's bound to.
Actually, Margaret, we were just saying that we're both a bit bushed. It was all the same as you. We'd rather like to get to bed.
Oh, no, that's all right.
Yes, well, I'll take your suitcases upstairs. You can sleep in our bed and we'll make do with the sofa.
In your bed?
Yes. It's a perfectly good bed. They haven't got right to a spare yet. So, you'll just follow me.
And I'll get you some fresh soap, because I'm sure you could do with a bath, both of you.
Actually, thank you. I think we'll just be off home now, won't we? Thanks very much for the tea and poiro.
Home? We would dream of turfing out of this. I'll give those back here.
Well, no, it's just...
Don't be ridiculous. We're hardly going to say no to this, or are we, for goodness
It's
sake?
just that I think it's time that we left you in peace. It is way past 11.
Victor! Look, just hand those back and don't be so obstinate, the pair of you.
Victor, if they want to go, perhaps they should go.
Thank you. Very much indeed.
It's been lovely chatting to you both. Good night. Bye, Margaret. Bye. And good night. Oh, God.
What is it?
We have seen them before. I've remembered now. I've remembered where they come from.
Where?
Next door. Remember, when we were moving in, they were just leaving, going off on a month's holiday to the West Country. And we just shouted hellos to each other, and that was about it.
Do you mean when their car drew up outside the...
That's that sorted out then. I think they could see the funny side of it once it was explained to them. They seem a very nice couple when you get to know them. Now, I've got to get back. What about the keys, sir?
There's another one coming up, for God's sake. I look like a Sumatran rhinoceros.
Well, at least you won't have to put a red nose on for your ass this afternoon. Oh, that's the other thing. Pippa says she's not doing anything and she'll be glad to run you there and back so you don't have to ring for that taxi.
Oh. I tell you who I will ring. That bloody video place. That's 3 times they promised to come now. I expect I get that usual bimbo on the showroom desk.
Well, good luck with your closet. I'll see you later.
Look. It's all bursting out the back here if I'm not careful. Hello. This is Mr... Yes, it bloody well is me again, and it's still likely to be. I'm telling you, one of these days you're going to push me too far. Right. Tomorrow. And that's final. After that, I'm finished with you. Well, we could try changing the head for a start. And this one seems to have a mind of its own. I'm sick to bloody death of... Don't start crying. Look, I'm sorry if I shouted. Right? I'm sorry. Right? Oh. I've just got a couple of things to pack, and then I'll be right with you.
Hello, Marty. Marty out there, can you hear me properly? Oh, good. Right, now, I just wanted to run through those running order changes, because I think it might affect your lighting fuse.
Okay,
Right, now, after Anthrax Attack have finished their set, we've moved the Cray sisters back, so it's now Des Hemorrhage and Maggie Mussolini. Right, yeah. Then comes Jerry Sadovitz, Jack the Lettuce, Who Killed Kathy Kirby, and 666. Yeah, and then we're back as before with Iggy Dunican, Coil and Cap, Orphanage Explosion, and Victor Melcher and Cuthbert, which will be the cue out of the first half. One sec, Marty.
Excuse me.
Yes, Mr. Melcher.
I was just wondering, is it possible for me to go on after someone else other than Orphanage Explosion? This seems rather a tricky act to follow.
Yeah, I suppose we could put one later. Oh, what say between Eraserbrain and Clive Antichrist?
Look, to be honest,
I feel a bit out of place. Can we just forget the whole thing at all? No, don't be silly, Mr. Mulder. You'll be fine. I'm sure you'll be a big success. I mean, you've rehearsed it all and everything. You can't back out now.
No. That's what worries me.
Is anybody in? Hello? It's Mrs. Meldrew from the florists. I thought you might like these freesias. We had them left over from a big display. Are you at home?
Hello, Nick Sweeney. Yeah, hello, Sergeant. What's the problem? Yeah. Well, no, Sergeant. Thank you for letting me know. Was the Yeah, I will. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Hello. I'm supposed to be picking up Mr. Meldrew.
Yeah, he's.
I'm not sure if he's ready yet.
Yeah, he'll be off in a second. Sorry, I've just had a piece of terrible news. Well, one of the old people we go and visit, old blind chap, he's been murdered.
Oh, my goodness. Whenever was this?
This afternoon. He was found, it could have been any time. Old flat had been ransacked, poor bloke.
God, they can't be right in the head.
We just found him there on the floor, strangled. Lying there with a domino clutched in his hand.
Domino?
Yeah, he could play dominoes. He had a special set with raised spots.
Domino. They didn't say which number.
Yeah, he did, as a matter of fact. He said it was a double one. Don't suppose it means anything. Anyway, if you'll excuse me,
Double one. 2 spots.
Have you been waiting long? Right, there we are. You all right? You looked a bit edgy in the car. I expected like a nice cup of tea. Did you hear me?
Well, I'm sorry, I didn't realise you were talking to me. No, it's all right. I'll be...
Oh, right. Well, before you go, could you take them for me? And then I can... That's it. That's right. Oh, he goes in the downstairs toilet.
Does he?
Yes. Yes. If you wouldn't mind. Thanks very much. And if you could be quick, please, because I think he's bursting.
Bursting? Oh, right. Go. I've had a terrible day. There we are. Right. See you around then.
Anyway, I just wanted to thank you for your contribution to the show, Mr. Mulder, and at least we can use some of the money to give old Albert a proper funeral.
For what? A few pounds left over from his pension. That's what his life was worth in the end.
Well, the irony of it is he had just over 100 or so in the post office. He was just about to use it to have all new locks fitted, getting everything properly secured. Now, if he'd done that on Friday morning as planned, he might be alive today.
That's right. He said about that. Why on earth didn't they come?
And apparently he just cancelled it at the last minute. He said he needed the money for something else.
I mean, what would make an old man like that suddenly part with all the money he's got in the world?
They say I might as well face the truth, but I am just too long in the tooth. I started to deteriorate, and now I've passed my own sell-by date. Oh, I am no spring chicken, it's true. I have to pop my teeth into chew, and my old knees have started to knock. I've just got too many miles on the clock, so I'm a wrinkly, crinkly, set in my ways. It's true that my body has seen better days, but give me half a chance and I can still misbehave.